Hello everyone, welcome to United Matters channel. It's the game of the Carabao Cup. Manchester United is taking on a side called Nottingham Forest. Remember, we are playing away at what we call the City Ground Stadium in Nottingham. That is the Midlands in England. Not so? So remember, we are coming to this game after losing to Arsenal by 3 goals to 2 at the Emirates, and we really never deserved at least to lose the 3 points. If at all you got 1 point, it would have been okay. But all in all, that's how it really went in through to come in through at least at a side known as the Emirates. This time round, we are playing our third game away in a row. Remember, we first played a team called Crystal Palace away. We drew 1-1. We went to Emirates. We are beaten by 3 goals to 2. That was another away game. This time round, we are playing another game away against Nottingham Forest. Out of those 3 teams that we've played, this is the weakest, that's it. But their record at home is really hard. They've not been beaten for a very, very long time. And here they are, situated that they really want to stop Manchester United from winning the trophy. And remember, the last time we played at this ground, United beat them by 8 goals to 1. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came off the bench and scored 4 goals in like 15 minutes, and the game ended 8-1. So we come back here and we really need something to get from them. Secondly, when they paid a visit to Manchester United, that is Old Trafford, when you're playing the Premier League, we beat them by 3 goals to 0. Rashford, Martial, and who scored the third goal? Was it Freddie? Yeah, it was Freddie. Freddie scored the third goal to make it 3-0 for Manchester United. Obviously, Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to name the starting 11 of Manchester United, and there it is onto your screen as you need to know all about it. Let's go into the starting 11s of the teams. Right now, that is Victor Lindelof is really having a go as the poster boy, but in goal we are having David De Gea, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, there is Rashford, there is Tyrell Malacia, there is Eriksson, there is Casemiro, there is Anthony Weghorst, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Substitutes include Heaton, Rafael Varane, Williams, Freddie Maino, McTominay, Pelestri Elanga, and Alejandro Garnacho. No Luke Shaw, no Harry Maguire. I'm going to let you know the reason as to why these two are known into the match squad that has traveled to the City Ground Stadium, where United is taking on a side known as Nottingham Forest. Let's go to the lineup of Nottingham and see who have they brought. Hennessy in goal. Remember, even if this guy, the goalkeeper of Manchester United that is loaned to Nottingham, Dean Henderson, even if Dean Henderson was really fully fit, he was not eligible to play into this game or into this match because he was loaned by Manchester United, and Erik ten Hag was the one supposed to really offer him a chance or really accept the request of Nottingham, but he turned it down. And after turning it down, he got an injury. So he's out like for 3 or 4 weeks. That is Dean Henderson, meaning that even if he would have been granted a chance to play against United by United, he wouldn't have been into the quotation to become the first goalkeeper into this game of football because he's injured. They're having Warrell is the captain, Gibbs White, Suraj, Johnson, Freula, Orio, Sergio Aurier, McKenna, Danilo, Scapra, and Lodi. Those are the 11 players that the manager's going to hate to name to go ahead and be the first Manchester United. On the bench, they're having Smith, they're having Cook, they're having Mangala, Williams, they're having Colback, they're having Lingard from Manchester United, he came from Manchester United as a free agent and signed for Nottingham Forest. Then O'Brien, Dennis, and Boyle. That is the bench of Nottingham Forest. And obviously, if at all you've just joined us, allow me really read you the lineup of Manchester United. They're having De Gea, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Malacia, Eriksson, Casemiro, Anthony, Weghorst, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But it's good to welcome Brandon Williams back on the bench. Maybe the manager is impressed with how the lad is really playing the game of football, because it looks like he has been one of those that we thought would go ahead and really thrive at Manchester United, but he really went ahead not to thrive at the levels we wanted them to be. So thank you, Gordon Muhwezi, for watching in. You're saying Man U 2, Nottingham 1. I'm having Lucky Eddie is telling me, hello, Rokani. Hello, everyone. If at all you want to talk to me, go into the live chat. As you see, Muhwezi Gordon telling me that United 2, Nottingham 1. Then there is Lucky Eddie is telling me, hello, Rokani. Hello, Lucky Eddie. How are you? Thank you for always being part of this channel. So let's get into how United is really going to line up and which system United is really going to deploy to say to it that they really get this game of football under their way and not even have a huge journey to play at Old Trafford. So Ten Hag, as usual, he has gone for a 4-2-3-1. And in goal, it's David De Gea. Right back, Aaron Bissaka. Had a very good game against Arsenal, though the first goal is all the reason as to why we conceded. Do you know why? It comes out in two phases. He was the one supposed to be in the area where Grant Xhaka was to cross that ball, and he was not there. Then, when he was marking the left far post, he never minded about the man he was supposed to mark. That is Eddie Nketiah, and Eddie Nketiah went from his back and hit that goal home. So he really played very well. Apart from that goal, he really looked good. That is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and obviously he played a very beautiful game against that team. But all in all, I've really got to know that this guy is really improving, and I know United might really get back close to £35 million in the summer if at all Erik ten Hag happens to put him on the market. Now, Tyrell Malacia returns to play as the left fullback of Manchester United because in the previous games has always been Luke Shaw playing for Manchester United, but Tyrell Malacia is back to play a game of football. Lisandro Martinez starting his second consecutive game in a row ever since he returned from the World Cup. Remember, he only started the game of, is it Charlton? I think Charlton, yeah. So I think it's a third in a row because he started against Crystal Palace, he started against Arsenal, and he's starting against Nottingham Forest. So he's starting his third game in a row ever since he returned from the World Cup, meaning that he's back to his fitness levels. Victor Lindelof trying to start on the right side of the central defense. And obviously, as you know, people will say Harry Maguire would have come in through. Harry Maguire is now fifth fiddle into the picking order of Erik ten Hag as central defenders are really concerned. And today, he's not in the match squad. Reason is simple. He's suspended. He has 2 yellow cards and he can't play this game of football. Let's go to the double pivot. It's Eriksen and Casemiro. For my case, I thought that maybe it would be Fred Rodriguez here and Casemiro, because for Casemiro, I know he was going to start. Reason being, he has been suspended for the game of Arsenal, meaning that he has rested for close to how many days? He last played on Wednesday last week. Yeah, Wednesday last week. That means he has spent 7 days of rest without playing a competitive game of football and is back fully recharged. His batteries are really on the next level to go ahead and really offer the best to the club of Manchester United. Eriksen, I really believe that he's leggy, he's tired. I thought he was going to be really rested by the manager, but it shows you how seriously Erik ten Hag wants this trophy and how to win this game from Nottingham Forest ground, because he knows he just doesn't want to make his job hard at Old Trafford. He wants to win the game of football here at Nottingham, such that when they come to Old Trafford, they don't park the bus. Remember, if they even get a point here, it's really going to be a hard game at Old Trafford because they'll park a bus like never before, because they'll know that we are fighting and playing for our lives. That is Nottingham Forest. So Ten Hag wants to kill this game here. That's why you see to it that Eriksen is in, and obviously Bruno Fernandes playing as a central attack midfielder. Anthony coming in, the manager calling for his directness to be increased into his game of football. That is Anthony Santos, and Marcus Rashford playing off the left attacking side of the midfield. I thought that, by the way, Alejandro Garnacho would have was in contention to start this game of football, but obviously he never really started. Weghorst, obviously leading the line for Manchester United, but Weghorst, as we went into this game, he called for more goal contributions coming in from. He called for more goal contributions coming in from Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, and Rashford, because he said, I've not missed out on any big chance, so there is no reason for me to worry. And that's it. The guy has not yet missed out on any big chance that has been created to him. So I believe today, for the number of days that are really increasing for him training with the club, I think the cohesion is really coming out, and maybe the formation is really going to see to it that we get more assists for Vegas, because sometimes you might not be creating assists for the player because you've not yet mastered the art of his movements. So if you master the art of his movements, then you can easily release him and really put him to the next level of really doing the needful for the club of Manchester United. So I want to see United creating chances for this number 9. That's it, because if we are going to go where the big boys are, we need to be doing what the big boys do. So we shouldn't go out and really pull the rabbit out of the hat. We don't want that. We don't want things that are really unexpected. We want things that we do this game and we can go ahead and really do them in the next 10 games. That's the play we want at Manchester United, and that's why creativity is really one of the things we should call in for day in, day out. But the player that I really believe is really going to be so much pivotal in this game of football, it's Casemiro. Casemiro, I believe he's really going to face his fellow Brazilian known as Danilo, and that drives us direct into the starting 11 of a team known as Nottingham. How are they standing tonight? And that is how they are really standing tonight. They've gone with a system of 4-3-1-2. I think this is the same system that Erik ten Hag played when United was beating City at Old Trafford. Not so. 4-3-1-2. Hennessy in goal, coming in for Dean Henderson. Sergio Aurier, right back. Worrell and McKenna playing the central defense. Lodi, left back. Then Danilo, Fruela, and Gibbs White in the midfield 3. But remember, Danilo can play as a CDM, he can play as a box-to-box midfielder. Then Scarpa playing as a central attack midfielder, as Surage and Johnson leading the line for a side known as Nottingham. It has not been an easy ground for all of those that have really gone ahead to pay a visit at this ground. So we need to pay a little bit of attention to every detail of this game of football. But let's talk about Danilo. This guy is the newly signed guy. If at all you never knew, he was spotted by Arsenal, and for the very first time, I never knew about him, not until Arsenal came in here and really said they're interested into this guy. That was around the summer. They wanted to sign him during the summer. Now, in the summer, they never got him because the bid was accepted, but they told them, Palmeiras told Arsenal, you are too early for the January transfer window. Now, as we hit the January transfer window, Arsenal had turned its tabs to other players. So, Danilo was wanted by Ajax, Monaco, and Benfica. Obviously, Nottingham Forest won the rest. 20 million euros. That's the amount of money that crossed from the pocket of Nottingham to the pocket of Palmeiras. And now this guy played his debut over the weekend. I saw him playing that midfield. First and foremost, he's strong, he's tenacious, he's good on the ball, and he has some nice passing range on him. He's a fighter in that midfield. So we are going to see Casemiro facing one of the players that is being talked to be his replacement at the Brazilian national team, that is Danilo, to come in and do the needful. Though the likes of Bruno Guimaraes look like they are really a step ahead of him. But him coming at Nottingham Forest might grant him a chance to really put himself in the spotlight. And maybe in the summer, he might find himself playing for another team. And Danilo is going to face Casemiro. So that midfield of Nottingham has been reinforced with Casemiro. Way back, they never had Danilo, but Danilo coming in through, it's really a different team altogether. And remember, they've been playing very well at this stadium. I think the only team that has really gotten points from here, was it Spurs? Spurs beat them by on goal. Was it Spurs or Chelsea? Chelsea, they drew 1-1. I remember that very well. Liverpool was beaten 1-0. Arsenal has not yet come here. United is playing here for the very first time. 20 years. We last played here 20 years back. Can you imagine? It shows you how far it has taken us to return to the stadium. So it shows you that we need to go on and really win this, because teams like Nottingham, they really look naughty when they are playing in the semi-finals. They'll do all what it takes to get a result today, because they're going to be having close to 40,000 fans behind them, cheering them, driving them, telling them that this is our chance to win the trophy. However much we've just come in from the championship, we can really win this. So it's going to be at their stadium of a match. It's going to be a two-leg match, a two-leg fixture, a two-leg match fixture, but we don't have to really give them any chance. And I'm very much happy for the team that Ten Hag has really gone ahead to bring in through, because it's really great. The other player to look at is this guy, Gibbs White. Is really a very good midfielder, talented, and he can cause lots of harm if at all you don't give him the attention he deserves by really blocking the play. So Johnson is also another one that is really good at leading that line, but I believe he has no chance. He has no chance because Casemiro is back. He's going to be protecting the back four. Then the other player is Lisandro Martinez and Lindelof. I believe every time I've seen them play together, they've made a very good defensive partnership in the central defense of Manchester United. So I 100% believe. People have said that we are going to get a draw. I believe we are going to win this game of football. That's it. We are winning this game of football. I really believe we are winning it by either 1-0 or 2-1. It's not going to be by a very huge goal margin, but I believe we are winning this game of football because we need to make a statement. It won't make a very big statement here if at all we draw or lose to Nottingham. Yet in the previous two games, we've dropped points. We dropped 2 points against Crystal Palace and we dropped 3 points against Arsenal, meaning that we have to go full strength and win this game of football. And if I told you win it right, obviously everything will be playing in our favor as Manchester United. So we are waiting to see how everything is going to go ahead and really happen for the team of Manchester United. And let me show you a little bit of the main man, that is Casemiro, and how he arrived at the City Ground Stadium, where United is going to play a side called Nottingham Forest. Smash the like button, comment and share. And I'm seeing very many people flocking into the comment section. The likes of Adepare, Opeyemi, Daniel Ivanda, thank you for watching in. So even others, if I told you have your say, go into the live chat and tell me what you think about this game of football, because we are here to really bring you the best that you guys deserve onto the channel known as United Matters channel. So this is a must-win game. That's it. To easy our game, this is what we are supposed to go on and do. Beat this team. Beat it hands down. They come at Old Trafford when their minds have already dropped off. However much it's a fortress, but in such knockout games, such things are really possible. You can't rule out any result, but the best way to really be like Newcastle and be okay is to get a win. You get a win at City Ground, you know that they are done. You would have beat their minds. Do you know why? Nottingham has only scored close. Are they 2 goals away from home this season? Every time they go away from home, they know that they are not a good scoring side and they've been beaten in most of the games. I think their second goal, they scored it against Bournemouth over the weekend when they are playing in the Premier League. The game ended 1-1. So that shows you that if we beat them at their stadium, they'll have no chance. They'll travel from Nottingham to Manchester knowing that it's a done deal, because the last time they played at Old Trafford, we beat them by 3-0. One will tell me 20 years back, we beat them by 8-0. Can't we go ahead and really try to match that? I doubt us matching that because, you know, the team by then that was playing for Manchester United was really a very, 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 very strong team. Remember, by the time we had the likes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Andy Cole, Dwight York, David Beckham. Was Yapstam around? I don't think so. We had Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Gary Neville, Phil Neville. Had been with the manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, for some time. It was one of the best teams in the league. But right now, if you are asked whether we are the best team in the league, you won't go out and really affirm it. You get, because facts don't so show. So 100% believe we have to go ahead and really put in a fight as Manchester United and take the battle to a side called Nottingham. And there is no way we are going to win this game of football apart from creating chances. So I'm calling for Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, and Rashford to create chances for Weghorst. I want to see Weghorst being fed, getting a big chance and scoring it, because I saw that for all of his career, he's been scoring goals. That's it. So I want to see balls created for this lad to find the back of the net. That is the most important thing that all of us are really waiting for here. Now, let me go into your live chat. Guys. I'm have something to change here. Something to change, something to change, something to change, something to change, something to change. All right. All right. I'm having Gordon Muhwezi telling me that United 2, Nottingham 1. Then we are having Lucky Eddie. Hey, Eurocani. Hey, how are you? Then Adepare Opeyemi, 2-0. That is United. That's what you're saying. Then I'm having Daniel Ibanda. For sure, United needs this trophy, obviously. And Ten Hag has really said that trophy is on his mind, but it's up to the players to go ahead and really orchestrate everything that has gone ahead to really teach them in training to see to it that we really win this trophy. Then we are having Namanya Omrobo, 3-0. They are not a high conceding side at their stadium, unless otherwise we really come up with a very different tactic of really scoring very many goals against them. And United, sadly, we are not a high scoring a high scoring team away from home, because the most number of goals we scored away was 3 against City, but the game ended 6-3. Our next game, Arsenal, we scored 2. Fulham, we scored 2. Which other team did we score 2? The rest of the teams, we've been scoring 1 goal. So we need to kill off the game, because we might find ourselves in the same situation of Crystal Palace. Because in the game of Crystal Palace, we did by 1 goal, I think towards the 43rd minute. And for the next 47 minutes, we failed to really extend our lead to 2. Then Crystal Palace gets an equalizer in the 9 minutes. And this has been a norm of United in the previous 2 games. It also came to hurt us in the game of Arsenal. In the 90th minute, towards the end of the game, Arsenal scored through Edin Ketia. So it shows you how we need to come up with the best solutions to that kill off the game early enough such that you keep your opponents in a hopeless situation. Because the moment they have hope, with those fans rallying behind them, you are not going to like it. They will really try to find a goal and maybe a result of a draw or a win. Then I'm having Lucky Eddie, a must win 3-1 in favor of United. I believe if at all win, it's going to be close, 1-0 or 2-1. That's what I'm really predicting. It's going to be really close. Then Daniel Ibanda, I don't trust Hose. I haven't felt his impact. Veghos. Now, it's always good to be having you in the live chat, and let me school you guys. When you're watching the game of football, look at certain details that are really not the usual ones that you follow. 1, try to do the needful. You get the moves of these players they make, the movement. The goal that Bruno scores against Crystal Palace, it's because of the movement of Veghos that drives 3 defenders into the mouth of goal of Crystal Palace, and Bruno Fernandes was left in acres of space alone to an extent that he looked like he was taking a penalty. He curls that ball to the back of the net. Now, let's go to the goal of Arsenal. The goal of Arsenal, Veghos makes a run that creates space for Rashford to score and shoot. That's why you saw to it that Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba were in between the rock and the hard place by the time, because they never knew who to mark. Rashford, who had the ball, or Veghos, who ran into the Tina's box area of Arsenal, looking like he was making a requesting run that pass me that ball here. When they are left in dilemma, they form themselves at midway, not marking one of those players, and Rashford capitalized onto that, hit that ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for Manchester United. So Veghos is really doing great, and you guys need to go ahead and really watch what this guy does. Secondly, the game of Arsenal, no player made interceptions more than Veghos. That's it. Let no one lie to you. Veghos had 5 interceptions in that game. No player on that field of play made more. So it shows you how good this guy is. So I like Veghos, and I believe we should judge him on him missing big chances. But have you seen any big chance that Veghos has really been created in the previous 2 games? The answer is no. So what we want to see is simple. Let's get in what we call the crosses, the creativity for Veghos, and obviously we will find ourselves in a better way of either blaming him or really doing the needful. Of either blaming him or giving him the praises that he really deserves, giving him his props. That's it. Then I'm having Lakedi. is telling me that I love your shows. I'm always following you on both channels, United Matters channel as well as Rokani Media Football. One love. So, guys, if at all you're watching in and you want to see me do other content that does not belong to Manchester United, there is a channel called Rokani Media Football. You can as well subscribe to it and find me there. I talk Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and very many others, and some other match reactions of big games that really happen in the midweek and over the weekend. So thank you, Lucky Eddie, for watching in. And it has always been nice having you on this channel, and keep it up. Keep it United Matters channel and Rokani Media Football. One love to you too, my brother. Then I'm having BCF Robbins. Evening. Good evening, my brother. How are you, Robbins? And how is the evening taking you? Then we are having Isabi Ronald Molinda. We need a win. Obviously, we need a win. We need a win. We don't want to prolong these things because I want us to beat Nottingham. After beating Nottingham, we rest players in the game of Reading. Even when Nottingham comes at Old Trafford, the manager can have a chance to rotate players because we have players who really need enough resting time. I believe Bissaka needs to be rested in the game of Reading and Nottingham, maybe a week off. Like who else? Ericsson needs to be rested. Bruno needs to be rested. Anthony Rashford. Close to 6 players needs to be rested in the next game you're going to play against Reading and Nottingham. They need to be on the bench to come on and really play like 20, 15 minutes into their legs. So I believe that is better. That is why we need a win here, such that that game doesn't be hard for us. But I believe a 2-1 win or a 1-0 win is really going to come to our side because Nottingham, however much is an organized side, it is really one of those that really gets us to the level. Abu Carl's the United chapter. You say on Veghorst. Veghorst is a good striker. Every striker is really rated. All sorry about that. Every striker is judged according to the number of chances is being created. That's it. So if we can't create him chances, why are we judging him in just 2 games? I think there is a video I did today. I told the viewers there that you are judging a player who has just played 2 games at Manchester United. And all of those 2 games, he has played them away. You get? Because the vibe is different when you're playing away than when you're playing at home at Old Trafford. I gave you an example. Marcus Rashford started the 2 Premier League games against Brighton and Brentford. He couldn't score. You get? After him not scoring goals, did we criticize him? We just told him that to compose himself. And for him, he got big chances in the game of Brighton. 3 good chances. Bruno fed him in, Ronaldo fed in him, and there is another chance of who? He was fed in thrice in that game of football, and he had 2 chances when he had to beat the goalkeeper only, and he failed. But Veghorst has not yet gotten any chance like Rashford got in the game of Brighton. Never. And moreover, that game was at Old Trafford, so I don't want to judge him that way. He's a very good player that needs to be really fed. If you cannot create chances for him, then don't blame him. I believe he's a very good striker, so we need to feed him those balls in the right positions because he's also good in the air. Even crosses aren't coming in through. I want to see Bissaka averaging 5 crosses per half. Those are 10 crosses per game. That's it. The same applies to Malas here. I want to see him really cross those balls to Veghorst 10 times a game, searching for him. That's it. And I believe with the time we've spent training for the set piece coach, drawing patterns of set pieces that really are in favor of Veghorst because he's the best header of the ball we have now. That's it. He's the best header of the ball you have now. Why don't you tell me Lisandro Martinez? No. Lisandro Martinez is good, but because he scored that goal against Arsenal, he cannot win an aerial battle in those set pieces, provided it's direct in the box. Unless otherwise, that ball like Ramsdale fisted down there, and it found Lisandro Martinez and really dink-headed it to the back of the net. So I believe we don't really have another better striker who really heads that ball than Veghorst. Then I'm having Issa and Molinda. Has this been home and away always? Thanks. Yeah, it has always been home and away. Remember even when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was still here, we played Man City in the season of 2019-2020, and Man City knocks us out twice. Then in the season of 2020-2021, again it was City that knocked us out of this fixture. So it has always been home and away. So that has been the order of the day. It's not the very first time it's happening. It has been happening like that. Thank you, Isabel Ronald Molinda. Then I'm having Namanya Omroha. I see Vegho scoring. Yes, if at all they get him the chances, he's going to score because I believe in him as one of the good scorers. You saw him, he's really prolific. Look at the game of Argentina, 2 chances, 2 goals. So we just need to improve on how we create chances and kill off these games immediately. So I believe in this game, Veghos might get a chance and really bury it home to put United ahead or really double our lead. So I expect him to score. I think in this game and that of a team called Reading, he's going to really go ahead and really score amongst those games. Then I'm having Isabel Ronald Molinda. Greetings from Kampala, Uganda. All right. Thank you for watching in from Kampala, Uganda. It's always nice having you, my man, onto this channel. Isabel is really one of those that is really a usual onto this channel. That's it. He's always a usual onto this channel. And guys, I would like to announce something. I would like to choose a perfect time for us to be having what we call a daily live show. When I come up with stories, as you see right now, I read your questions and I answer them. I would like to be doing that on a daily, at least one live video on a daily. And I think by tomorrow, can we do it around 6 p.m.? That is 18 hours. How is that 18 hours? Is it okay? So let's plan on it. I think tomorrow we'll draw a live session here onto this channel and we make it a norm that at least on a daily, I talk to you because there are always lots of stories that are really making headlines onto this channel. And I see very many guys going to the comment section, asking me questions about Mason Greenwood and so on and so forth. I believe it will be a very better way to come out and really face you and announce them. Not so? I believe that's it. So let's go to another guy known as Ajosiga Amidu. Hello, bro. United is need to win. I haven't gotten you very well, but obviously it's really great to have you onto the channel. That is Amidu. Then I'm having Solum Jata. United 4. Oh, it's a call that I don't believe. Though in the game of football, everything is possible. Let no one lie to you. Everything is possible in the game of football. And that game can even go 6-0, depending on the situation. So Jota is predicting 4-0 for United. I see it as a hard result for us to get because Nottingham has not been really conceding very many goals at their stadium. They've been keeping clean sheets like no other at home. And they're having a huge crowd that really rallies behind them. So I believe it's not going to be an easy game as people really think it might be. Then Thomas Donko, greetings from Ghana. My brother, greetings from there. That is Ghana, West Africa. How are you? Then I'm having Amidu from Uganda, Nakasongola. United 3, Nottingham 0. Oh, are we keeping a clean sheet this time round? 3 goals. We last scored 3 goals away this season when we are playing Man City. I have not yet seen us go ahead to score those goals. Guys, it's not that I don't believe in our team, but we are not a good high goal scoring side away from home. Unless otherwise, today we break that jinx, but I don't see it coming. Then I'm having Nantume Fatuma. Okay, thanks for that information. Thank you very much for watching in, Fatuma. She's really one of the usuals that never misses out onto our shows here. So thank you very much for really watching in. Then you've told me that because of I have lots of questions. Yeah, tomorrow we are kickstarting off. Guys, 12 hours. Convert that time from where you are. 12, it's not 12, it's 18 hours. 18 hours. We are going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. With effect from tomorrow, at around that time, we'll be doing live sessions onto this channel. That's it. That's it. We'll be doing live sessions and we'll be really answering your questions. Not so? I think Thomas Donka is really one of those that's really excited because has been calling for this for a very, very long time. Then I'm having, I need more goals from our boys. Yeah, that will be a call for from all of us here. Reason being, we want, we want to see United score very many goals away from home. There are very many games this season that we had to kill off and win, but we didn't. The game against Wolverhampton Wanderers would have scored more because Wolves was all over us and they had the best chances of the game in the second half. The first half, we had the best chances of the game. Anthony, Martial, and who else? And Garnacho, you get? But for them in the second half, they really had close to 2-3 good chances. So if it was not us keeping a clean sheet, we would have really drawn that game and dropped 2 points. And let no one lie to you that it's very easy to keep clean sheets away from home. It's very hard because you are playing against a team that is having close to 30,000 fans that are really cheering them from the minute 1 to the 90th minute when the referee really halts the game. So we need goals, but I don't know whether it's really ready for us to get those goals because Bruno Fernandes, who's supposed to be the orchestrator of these goals, doesn't really do what we call a central attacking midfielder should be doing. That's my problem with him. When I tell people that, you give me Odegaard and Bruno, I take Odegaard, people will say, Rokani, you are just deluded. You just love Odegaard. But look at what Odegaard gives you. Look at what Odegaard gives you in the field of play. You get? He gives you control. He composes the game. He dictates the flow and tempo of the game. Something that Bruno can't do. In the game of Arsenal, when you're not having Casemiro, Bruno needed to take over and really dictate the tempo. How do you dictate the tempo? You get that ball and you say, all right, this time around, we are going in for a long pass. We are going in for short passes because that's what a central attacking midfielder should be doing. He should be knowing what is going to be needed next. You get? So I believe he should be doing that, and his football intelligence should be way out there because he needs to be fast thinking. You know, if you're captain of the team, the onus is on you to really read the plan of the team in the first 10-15 minutes. You have to know that Nottingham is coming here, it's playing ABCD now. How are we going to really get out of this? Because it's not that the coach's instructions will always win you the game. That's out. Sometimes the instructions of the coach won't really help you in the game of football. So I believe we need to get these players' intelligence up there to really be so much creative and improvising. That's it. Adepare Opayami, thank you. That we need it. All right. Tomorrow, 18 hours, we are going to be here live talking to you. Then there is Adepare Opayami. Thank you for that. Then I'm having Nantume Fatuma. My prediction is 2-0 United. 2-0 is possible, but I don't see us keeping a clean sheet today. I know you're winning, but a clean sheet? Clean sheet of 1-0? Yeah, it can come in through. 2-1 in favor of United? Yeah. But 2-0 is something that I'm really not really feeling inside me. I don't know why, but I know we are winning the game. It's really going to be hard. It's not going to be an easy game, but I believe we've built enough mental strength to overcome this situation that in the previous 2 games, we've gone ahead to lose out on how many points? We've lost 5 points. 2 against Nottingham and 3 against Arsenal. So we need to come back with a bang. That's it. Then I'm having Jota. Yes, United 4. Oh, I like your brevity. You are such a brave man to really come out and say 4-0 for United. But it's good. It's good to have your own opinion because every human is entitled to his or her own opinion, not so. Then I'm having Ayolede Joshua. Luke Shaw is ill. All right. Let me check here and see what Ten Hag has really said about Luke Shaw. I want to be exact. I don't want to come here and really tell you things that the manager has not yet said here. So, all right. Ten Hag has confirmed. And obviously, he has really told us the following. As you see it on the screen, Ten Hag has really gone ahead to let us know that Luke Shaw is absent from tonight's United game or squad due to illness, meaning that he's ill. And obviously, that is adding more to what we are really having. And thanks to Joshua for really updating me about that because I had not yet checked about what Ten Hag has really gone ahead to say about that. Thank you very much for really updating me about that. But obviously, The game is done. The game is on. And obviously, we are here to really see what everything is really going to happen like. Now, on Lindelof starting tonight, the manager has really gone ahead and really told us the following. He has told us the following on Lindelof starting tonight ahead of other central defenders. This is what the manager has really told us. We are counting on him. We know we have to use the group. That's it. And secondly, he has not been playing games of football for a very long time, I think, because he last played when we were beating. He played in the game of Everton, right? Everton, it was Luke Shaw and Rafael Varane. Then Bournemouth, he played, I think last played the game of Bournemouth, not so? Charlton, I think it was Charlton. After Charlton, we played Man City, I think. He has taken close to 3-4 games without playing. Now it's good to read to see that the manager has really brought him in to start a game of football for Manchester United. That's what Ten Hag has really gonna hate to say about a player known as where was I? All right, known as Lindelof. So my prediction 3-0 in favor of United. That is Joshua. Thank you very much. 3-0. We rarely score 3 goals away from home. That's it. That's my worry. But it can harm. It can come to happening. That's it. Let's not really downplay you guys, but it can come to happening. But my thought is simple. 2-1 United, 1-0 United. That's where I see this score, unless otherwise. But I don't see it go or stretch it that far. Then Asimwe Hillary, brother to brother. All right, thank you very much for watching it through. Brother Hillary, thank you for keeping it United Matters channel. Then Farida Bint Yusuf, greetings from Uganda. I know our boys are not going to disappoint us. United is going to win. Thank you very much. Thank you. I see a United win written all over this fixture, but it's not going to be an easy one. I'm seeing they've taken us to the pitch right now here on this screen, so we are soon really calling these quits. Then I'm having Joseph says hi. The problem of United that they are very selfish. That is Rashford. Rashford is very selfish, and I think he should improve onto that. Then I'm having Jota. I like you so much, my brother. I like you so much. Whoever is watching in, I like you, and it's a 5-finger salute to everyone watching in. Guys, thank you for watching in. And this channel is at 10,000 subscribers, and we are soon hitting 11,000 subscribers. So, guys, continue to subscribe. Then I'm having Joseph Aron Sesai, United 4, not 2. Oh, 4 for United. And by the way, this is like the 4th person predicting 4 goals for United. Where do you guys get the zeal? You've got a heart of steel if at all you think that you're going to score 4s against Nottingham. But you never know. Everything is possible. And you know how we do it. After this, we'll be coming with the match reaction. And if at all it goes by your side, we'll be here jubilating with you and appraising you that you guys are really geniuses, that you got it right. Prince Alex is telling me it's a clean sheet for United. Oh, my God. Clean sheet of 1-0. 2-0 clean sheet. All right, it's also possible. But more than 2 goals to be scored by United, I'm skeptical about that. I'm skeptical. That's it. But I know we are going to win this game of football because these players have waited for such moments of really winning for the club. But the problem has always been not having the right managers. This time around, the players are really having the right managers, and we have no reason not to go ahead and really do the needful. Then we meet after the game. All right, everyone, thank you for watching in. As Issa Video Ronald has said, we meet after the game, guys. Not so? Let's meet after the game. And you never know, I might post a link here for you to come on and really give me your views live, depending on what time we'll be in. Obviously, he's telling me that we have Casemiro. Obviously, when Casemiro is in, our winning ratio is at like 75%. Not so? And we always keep clean sheets. You're right, Prince Alex. You've backed your reason with a very sounding reason. So, guys, thank you very much for watching in through. See you later when the game is done, as we come here to do the match reaction. Rokan David is my name. I hand you over in the hands of the Almighty Lord to protect you abundantly. If at all you are Muslim, let Allah protect you. Thank you. I'm out.